I would like to welcome to the stage our next speaker. So we have, speaking on the subject of user acquisition, AI and UA, and redefining creative strategy for the next decade, we have Robert from Reforged Labs. Come on up. Hey,
Thanks, Dave.
thank you.
Excited to be here.
Very good.
Is this on?
I think there's your clicker.
All right. Okay, it is on. Thanks, Dave. Hi, friends. Howdy. It's great to be here at PGC. It's my first time. I'm super excited to be in the room with everyone here. And talking about AI and creatives, it's a really hot topic that I'm passionately really excited for. So jumping into it, let me start with a bold claim that I'm going to challenge the way that you guys think about AI and creativity over the next 10, 15 minutes. I don't want to bore you guys with the entire time slot because I do welcome a lot of questions and excited to hear from you guys. AI is going to take over and change the way that we think about how we work, ideate, and create. And the truth is, AI is going to fundamentally kill the creative process as you know it today. And it's going to happen not through what you would imagine, layoffs and all the doom and gloom that you might be hearing in terms of AI, but rather changing the workflows entirely. AI is the future. It's already here, and it's evolving faster than what anyone else could imagine. I just came back from the OpenAI Dev Day, and it was like so exciting to see the latest and greatest that's been coming out. It's hard to imagine that just 2 years ago, ChatGPT was released. A year ago, GPT-4, and then over this Christmas break, we got o1 and a sneak peek at o3. We're not even talking about all the Chinese models that are coming out. If you look at Huynh or like DeepSeek, it's crazy the type of progress that you're able to make once you start to deep dive into what AI is capable of. And a lot of folks are sleeping on those capabilities. And so it's wild to think that so much has happened in a short amount of time. But the question that we're all here for is, what does that mean for us in the mobile gaming industry? How does that change the way that we market games? I know that this is the fourth presentation that you guys have seen on AI this morning. The other folks have been talking about, hey, how does it impact the way that you change your production flow or optimize your search? What we found when we talked to our investors who founded large game studios like King is that they spent the majority of their budget actually finding players. And that's the lifeblood of a game studio. And when we were challenged with that, we were like thinking, like, how is that going to change? Well, number one, I want to actually start off by playing a little bit game and asking y'all, which one of these photos do you think is real? Show of hands for number one, A over there. Is B the real photo? All right, so I'm guessing the rest of y'all think it's C. Truth is, you guys probably guessed? That's right, that's right. They're all fake photos. And this is the state of the art on just images, statics. If you look at video ads, it's actually going on to like another level. And that's not even like looking at all the AI avatars and UGC stuff that's been coming out. It's crazy scary. And I think that's the part that no one really wants to admit it. AI is really good at some stuff and probably better than humans at some things, even today. So when you think about the creative strategy and how AI is going to redefine the next decade, I'm pretty excited, but I'm also thinking, like, how do I fit into this too? And my claim here is that we're going to need to be able to collaborate with AI in order to really get the most out of these systems and tools that are really going to be a part of our future here. So quick introduction on myself. I'm Robert, co-founder and CEO of Reforged Labs, and I'm building the first AI co-pilot for game marketing. And we've trained a model specifically on just video game ads and marketing material. Before founding Reforged, I was a researcher at Google X, so Google's moonshot lab, working on self-driving cars and advanced cybersecurity for a decade before dropping out of Harvard in order to build my startup. I've recruited a team of my smartest colleagues from Google, Microsoft, Apple, and all of my smart friends from Harvard in order to join the team. It was quite a challenge to convince them not to join OpenAI because we're only a couple of months old. And it's been exciting to explore how AI is going to redefine game marketing as a gamer myself. And so I'm going to leave you guys with a couple of predictions. Prediction 1, generative AI is going to get significantly better. It's the worst it'll ever be at this current state in time. And when you look at those static models, those video models, I'm excited for where it's going to take us, because all those random hallucinations is the starting point for new inspirations and ideas that will come. Number 2, when I look at AI replacing artists, right? This is probably like the biggest fear that a lot of folks have. That's not going to happen anytime soon, because your artists are already using AI to prototype and figure out new concepts and storyboards to work with you. And it's working side by side. Using AI as a tool is how we're going to succeed. I think this is a less controversial prediction, but AI is going to actually hyper-personalize the way that we do advertising and marketing. And so what does that look like when you have unlimited variations? Because when you think about your hero creative, that creative that's driving the significant portion of your player acquisition, there's probably like 1 or 2 of them that you find every month. And then you have to go through that whole entire creative process again in order to find a new creative. What if you had an AI that can break down what was working and find variants? You know, I love playing Magic the Gathering. It's a popular trading card game that I'm sure a lot of folks here play. But is there an advert that would really appeal to me as like a blue counterspell player? That would be totally different than someone that likes big creatures in like the green spear. And so I think that this is going to be really exciting, where AI is able to deliver personalization at scale. But this is where the limitations come from. You guys already know that privacy regulation, transparency regulations has really changed the way that our industry has been operating for the last 5 years. And even if we can make tons and tons of creatives, can we actually do the targeting behind it? That's going to be one of the biggest challenges that AI is going to face, and any marketer is going to face as you think about probabilistic behavioral targeting and other sophisticated like in-game telemetry that you can look at. I'll keep moving on. Prediction 3, AI agents. Ooh, this is fun. Back home in San Francisco, I just attended like the brand new Y Combinator reception, and they're welcoming all the new fellow founders that are in the latest batch. 90% of them are working on AI agents. It's actually crazy to me to see AI agents being applied in different ways. So actually, let's take a step back. What is an AI agent? An AI agent is essentially like what we've been thinking AI would be in 2024 or 2023, but they turned out just to be like chat boxes, right? Like you talk to them, they come out with something funny, it was conversational. AI agents are the next iteration of that, where they start to actually take action on your behalf. So imagine in a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, you have a AI creative teammate who's going to go actually produce tons and tons of variations, like what we mentioned earlier in the first prediction, to another AI agent that tells you like exactly what you should be creating. And sometimes that's even harder. Coming up with the ideas and the creatives that really break through. Like, I don't know if y'all have been seeing the latest advertisement or rage bait ads that have been really working. Of course, even those like semi-fake ads out there, they're out there because they're effective at getting some sort of like campaign objective. But are they really good at getting the objectives that you want? Because some of the customers that we speak to, they just want to go whale hunting. They don't care about impressions. They don't care about installs. They just want to get the few players that will really spend a ton of money. And that AI agent is going to be better than most humans at sifting through all the data in order to figure out what's effective as you go out there and review, take action, and empower your agents to go on the next step. And so that's the thing. Humans are not going to disappear anywhere. Rather, their workflows are fundamentally going to change. I wish that with new technology advances that my workday would go from 40, honestly, 60 hours a week down to like 20, and I would finally have time to play those games I bought thinking that I would be able to relive my childhood. But AI, as it's always done in the past with other technologies, is going to enable you to do even more. And as workaholics, with a capitalist society, we're excited to go and put those hours in. And so with 10 minutes left, let me just recap super quickly. Generative AI is going to make your workflows 100x better in terms of creatives. There's going to be hyper-personalization at scale. And AI agents will be really great teammates in the future. If you think about what's exciting for you, it's getting rid of all the repetitive work that's going to happen so that you can go out there and do the true value add. And so taking away all the A/B testing that you need to do and focus on like the really big directions, because AI is still regurgitating the training data set that it came from. You'll be in a position to be able to spend your time on the highest value add for your organization. And I promise I'll take 2 more minutes before we go into Q&A to just tell you a little bit more about ourselves. At Reforged Labs, I'm building the first AI marketing copilot. And so think of this as I'm going out there and I'm taking every single ad that's been ran on any ad network, scraping all that data to train, tagging, manually tagging. When I was at Google building our self-driving cars, I built out a 4,000-person team to teach these cars how to see, drive, and take action. So if you're in San Francisco or any of the new cities, please go try out the Waymos. They're fantastic. But we do the same thing for video game ads. And with that, we were able to ideate, storyboard, and generate new ads. And so I think this video should work. Let's see if it plays. Oh, cool. I see a mouse coming on screen. Okay, the volume might be a little low, but I can talk through it.
One moment.
And exactly. In the meantime, I'll maybe entertain you guys with some jokes. No? Okay, it's back.
Let's go again.
Where is it?
Bear with us, bear with us.
All good. Or you guys can just play the video as it was, and I can actually just talk through it as well.
It should come through the main system.
So yeah, the idea is that we've just taken all the ads on the internet, scraped them, tagged them, and then run it through a large language model to like tell you, hey, what are the latest trends out there? And if you haven't realized that, hey, this particular like ad format is working really well in, let's say, like a match category, and you're building like a strategy game, you can apply those new formats to see what's working for you. But the thing is that you're not going to really know because you're going to have to run lots and lots of experiments. What better way to figure out what those new formats and narrative structures are? Well, instead of having a human sift through this manually, you can actually use an AI to do that for you. And so I think it's playing. Okay, great. Yeah, this is just an example of how you might talk through and run with it and have a really deep breakdown because of the tagging system that we've done for an ad. So right here you have all the video ad creatives that I've scraped on the internet. We update this every day with the latest and greatest ads. There's a lag of like about a week because we need some time to know if the ad's working.
Flow.
Probably the company running it also needs that too.
You can also double-click, literally,
Oh, sweet, it's working
into
now.
any reference ad, where we provide a breakdown of its elements, like its hook and pacing. Pick the reference ad that you like most. Then, modeling off that reference ad, we create a variety of storyboards using the gameplay recordings and assets you've provided of your game. Toggle between thumbnails again to see your storyboard options. Choose your preferred storyboard and refine it as you need. Ask BOA to tweak the sequence or swap out a scene to test a different variation of the ad hook. Once you're happy with your storyboard, BOA can fully generate a video. You've created an ad with the backing of state-of-the-art AI and ad intelligence, so you can run your game UA more quickly and confidently. Reforged Labs. Book a demo now.
Awesome. So we're really excited because not only are we imagining what the future could be, but we're trying to build it as well. And if you're looking at where AI is today, if you're building for where AI is today, you're going to be left behind because AI is changing at a breakneck pace. All the innovation that's happening on a week-by-week basis, it's hard enough to keep up with when you're trying to do your day job. So what we're trying to do is really bring that all together to make it super easy for mobile gaming specifically. Thank you guys, and excited for your questions.
Thank you very much, Robert. That's great. Thank you. We've got a few minutes. Do we have questions? Well, immediately, straight away over here. Here we go.
Hi. Thank you very much. Can you explain about the onboarding process of a new game, let's say, and how the content is created?
Yeah, absolutely. So the onboarding process for my product specifically is really straightforward, actually. All we need is just a link to your iOS or Android game. If it's not out there, we'll also take an APK or a test flight link. And we'll then start to analyze what kind of game you have, your competitors out there, and we'll start to give out all the ad intelligence and market intelligence that you need. That's for the external competitive market landscape. If you want to go out there and analyze what ads you have that are performing really well, give us your performance data, your past ads, your best performers, and your bad ones. And we'll also train our AI to tell you what's working, what's not working as well.
Thank you.
Thank you for the question.
Right, thank you. I think we had another question over there. Yes, please, the mic to you. Thank you.
Hey, great presentation, exciting. Want to talk to you from Data AI. So you mentioned about data scraping. I know that tools like Sensor Tower would also have access to the data. Why don't you just leverage their API and scrape? What advantage do you obtain by doing that?
Ooh, that's a really great question. For us, a lot of the databases are actually out there from the Meta Creative Library, Google Reports, and all that stuff. So it's actually quite easy for us to take the data. For us, we're really excited to build on top of that because it's actually not just the creatives, it's the tagging involved. And so having a large-scale data labeling team that I've built before while at Google, I do the same thing for our internal use cases as well. And so sure, we could partner with an AppMagic, a Sensor Tower, or any number of these providers, but it's actually super strategic to be able to get all the data involved in the market and then have the tagging on the sentiment, the emotions, and the narrative structures of what makes an ad work, from the hook to the body to the CTAs in an ad. Thank you for the question. Does that answer it?
Thank you. We have a couple more minutes. Oh, question. I'll bring you my. You got your own mic. Thank you. Thanks.
Hi, Abby here from Game Analytics. Hello.
Hi, Abby.
So you mentioned that targeting is, just as important as the creative itself. Do you have any plans in the future to expand your offering now to kind of include targeting as an aspect in the analysis that you're offering?
Yeah, so as an 8-month-old startup, we're just focused on the main problem that is uniquely enabled by generative AI today, and that's really the imagination of where the ad ideas, storyboards, and concepts can go. And so we're just focused on this one thing. I think there's a lot of hype, actually, in the whole AI world right now. I think you might have seen so many AI projects or pilots that have gone wrong because people are not fully understanding the capabilities of AI today, and so we focus on this really narrow set that we can really deliver value in. And once we think about all those other things, there's a number of projects and ideas that can expand from there. But right now we're just focusing on this one thing, which is intelligence. Thanks for the question, Abby.
Great, thank you. We maybe have another minute or two if anyone has a question. Actually, Robert, I've got one. I saw on screen your chat interface was called BOA, I think. Is that what it's called? And forgive me if I missed it. What's the significance of that name? Does it stand for something or?
No, well, I mean, the logo is from my favorite anime, Full Metal Alchemist, right. And I just wanted to play off the snake theme some more. So it's an Ouroboros, and okay. I was like, Boa goes from One Piece, Boa Hancock. So yeah.
Got it. Just a cool name. That's great.
I think I saw a hand over there though in the back.
Oh, did you? Sorry, forgive me. Oh, well, at the back there. There you go. Do you want to go with that?
Hi, Nuno from Included Games. Just a quick question about games that are actively in develop and might change shape frequently in early stages. How well adapted would Reforged Labs be to learn with the game as it's being developed?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think a lot of people are actually now trying to test games before they're even released. And so those are things that we want to be able to enable by just even describing like what sort of game genre you're in and seeing what ads work. So that then you can go and test out what concepts, what flavors and skins on your game that might be most effective, showcasing the best mechanics within the game itself.
Perfect.
Thank you for the question.
Thank you very much. Look, we have to leave it there because we've got a panel to bring on. So a round of applause, please, for Robert
Thank you,
from
everyone.
Reforged Labs. Thank you. And of course, do please look up all our speakers on Meet to Match. Thank you very much. That was great. Shall I take that from you?